Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel. I have a one sheet wonder project and all you need is one 12 by 12 single-sided paper. So this one is a great project for you if you have a heap of 12 by 12 single-sided paper, and you can make one of these projects that I'm going to show you. I made here a large size multi-use pocket folder or a multi-use pocket storage folder. It is a great size and it's got a deep pocket in here, and you can store in here your planner or a slim planner, a journal, some photos, letters, craft supplies, just a great way to store what you like to put, to keep it all organized. And it's just really easy. So I'm going to show you the inside and what I've got in here to give you an idea of what will fit, and then I'm going to show you the measurements and how to put one of these together. The paper I used, if you are wanting to know what paper I used, is by Rosies Studio, and it's the Forget Me Not collection. It's their latest release, and these papers are just beautiful to work with, a lot of fun, easy to work and create your projects, as they do come with coordinating die cuts, sticker sheets, 6x6 papers as well. Just lovely. I love the prints, and I have made a few projects with this collection, and I'm also in the middle of making some embellishments using the bits and pieces that I have left from this collection and the other papers that I've been using from Rosies Studio. I will link down below their online store for you, and their Instagram as well, if you wanted to have a look at some of their other projects to get some inspiration. But this is the paper that I've used, and I'm also going to use the same one of the papers for the tutorial as well. But this is the completed project that I made, and so happy with the way it turned out and also with the measurements. And I did some embellishing to the front, so that's the other fun part. Once you've made the folio, the next part is having fun decorating and putting all your fun stuff inside. I did use some of this sort of like a velvet trim to use as a closure that I just wrap around the folio folder. And I added like a little tab here on the side to help with the closure, and then dangled a couple of tassels to the front that just sort of coordinates with the color scheme that I've used. So I've got here a paper clip, so you can have a little spot to add a paper clip if you wanted to add some of your little clips in here. And I used one of the die cuts from the pack. It's a ticket shaped die cut, so I stuck that to the front of the closure, and I just glued down the side here and the bottom and up here to make a little tuck pocket up here for the smaller pieces of ephemera that came in that collection. It's a cute little like a library card, some couple of tags, and a flower cut apart, and I thought that was just a nice way to pretty up the front of the top part in here. There were also these little banner strips in the die cut packets, and I just stuck that on top of the other one and just glued it to the back of the ticket shape. So I'll just place that in here. It's just another little way you can make a little tuck pocket. So I'll just place that in there. And the die cuts and cut aparts are just so adorable to work with. And these are just some more of the die cuts, and I just did some layering with some of the other flower pieces, and this is another of the flower piece that's inside. And it opens up like this, and I made a little slim pocket here on the side, so you could maybe use this to add a bookmark. If you're a book reader and you want to place one of your books or a slim book, you can put your book in here. You can add your bookmark in here on the side there, and you can make it as long as you like. And I just made my own little slim tag or bookmark piece using another paper scrap. This one is also from the same collection. So I've just made that, and then these are some of the cutter parts that's in there, or not cutter parts, die cuts, or label cut die cuts, and there's another of the flowers that's in there. And then over here I made a coin envelope style pocket, which is similar to another one sheet wonder project that I made in my recent video where I made one of these. Let me see if I can find it, and that's where I got this idea from, to make it the same as that. Let's see if I've got it here. So it was this one here. If you've you may have already seen it, but if you've missed the video, I'll put this video down below. And it was similar to this one here, where I made two coin pockets on this side, and then this had a middle deep pocket, top pocket here. So I sort of got that idea from this one here, but instead of double the coin envelope, I made it with one. And the same thing, I made a back pocket here at the back, and I just made a little mini journal. And these are the 6x6 papers from the Forget Me Not collection as well. So I just fold them in half and added a couple of copying paper, and I just made a little mini journal, and I just stapled the middle part with my stapler to make this bookmark, slim journal book, to fit in the back there like that. And then this here is the like a coin envelope style, where you could use this to maybe add another little note card in here, or another smaller little booklet. I just fold this little piece in half, just so you could see what can fit in here. So, you know, it can be a little bit tight, depending on how much bulk and thickness you place in the pocket at the back. It can be a little bit tight to put what you want in here, but it will still fit, just something slim. And then that just closes up, and I just used a couple of brads to place on the on the die cuts, so I could add this string. But you could use a Velcro dot to hold the closure in place. You can leave it, you can add washi tape, you can use a magnet if you wanted to. You can just punch a hole if you don't have any brads. You can just punch a hole, which I'll show you once we've done it. Just punch a hole on the top there, and then you can, actually no, you probably won't be able to punch a hole because then you've got nowhere to tie it, but you can find your own way to make this as your own closure if you don't have any of these brads. And then this is the deep pocket. So I'll just show you. So that is the nice deep pocket. You can see you can fit a nice size booklet or a journal or your daily, weekly planner. I made one of these note flip-up booklets as well in one of my other videos, and this was to fit inside this one at the back here. So I made it so it would fit in here for this folder like that. And I thought I would see if this would fit in this folder, and it fits perfectly, and it actually fits right inside too, so you won't be able to see that. So that can fit in there. And then I also made an envelope because I was just trying some ways to make large envelopes, and so I made one of these. This is also from one of the Rosies Studio paper collection. I can't remember what this one was called. It could have been Pocket Full of Flowers. I can't remember, but that's from another collection, and that I can fit in there as well. So you can store some photos in here and use this as a place to store your photos, recipes, any stationery that you have. If you have heaps of envelopes, you can store them in here. And this is the way I've closed it. So that's how it looks like. You can even have it this way. If you want it this way, you can have it open that way, and then you've got a side pocket up here. So I'm just showing you another way that you could make this, and then you can still have that open that way and have this open from the side, and then you've got your pocket that way. So that's just another way to make it. You can have it either way. And then I'm also going to show you a couple of other variations if you don't want to make a coin, like a envelope in the front. I'll show you another different way if you don't want to do that and make it in a different way to store some of your other stuff. So I'll also show you how to do that. But let's go ahead and I'll show you how to make one of these. And you just want to grab your 12x12 paper. Of course, you can use double-sided paper, so that would be great as well, because then you'll be able to see the two different patterns. You'll be able to, on this side. But I thought I'll do single-sided paper, as the 12x12 papers from Rosies Studio are single-sided. So this is another of the papers from the Forget Me Not collection. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to face the print down so you can see the score lines. So what we'll do first, we are going to score at 3 1/4 of an inch. So it's 3 1/4 all the way to the bottom. 11 1/4 inches all the way down to the bottom. And then we'll turn this around. And then we're going to score at 2 inches. And 7 3/4 of an inch. So 7 3/4 of an inch. I'll put the measurements down below for you as well, so you've got the measurements for reference. Okay, so we've done that. What we're going to do now is we are going to, you've got a little small piece here on the top corner. We're going to remove that piece. So we're just going to cut down there and cut across. So let's take that piece out. I'm just going to go across. Sorry, I didn't cut that straight. Okay, we've got that piece out. We'll put that piece to the side. And then I'm going to come down to the bottom. We are also going to remove this piece down here. So we'll just cut across there and cut that down. So I'll take this piece out. And we'll also put this piece to the side. And what we'll do now, I'm just going to turn this around this way now. So we've got that on the top. We're going to come down to the bottom here. And we are going to remove this piece down here. So we just take this piece out. So I'm going to cut up there and also cut across to there. Okay. And we'll also put this piece to the side. So we're not going to waste any of the papers. So I'll just put that there. We'll come across to this piece down here. So I'm just going to show you how it looks like. So this piece down here, we're going to only cut from here all the way up, and we're going to stop at that score line. So we'll just cut up and stop when we get to that score line. So that is your paper now. So then you've got that piece. And what I'll do now, I'm just going to I'm going to assemble the folder first so you can get an idea of what it looks like. The reason why I need to assemble it first is I need to corner around some of the parts, and the only way to do it is to fold it. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to fold over this piece on that score line. So I'll fold that over for now. And I'm going to corner around that corner and that corner. And because I need to corner around this corner here, and it's a bit hard to corner around that corner with this there, I'm just going to fold this over and corner around this piece. Just makes it easy. All right, so I've done that part. Let's fold the rest of the pieces because I need to show you another part where we need to make another cut. So we're going to fold that over first, and this piece here, that gets folded up, and that is the piece where we make like a little pocket there. And I'm going to just trim off a little bit on this side, just a tiny bit. We're going to remove a little bit of that off. Just a little bit and stop at that score line. So I've just removed a little bit. It'll just help to close your folder when you make the pocket, and it won't catch onto the when you close it up. So when you close that up, you just want that edge to be just a little bit away from that score line, so when you close it, it sort of doesn't catch. So just sort of work out a way so that it won't catch. Okay. So I'm just going to fold that up for now. And then I'm going to fold this piece over as well first. And then this piece here, I'm going to fold this up. But what we want to do here is we need to remove a section of this. So we need to remove this piece out so that that all lines up like this. And now there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can just eyeball it and find where that edge is all the way down here, and you're going to cut up as straight as you can up to there, and then cut that piece off. So, and then you remove that piece. Or you can make a mark with a pencil, sort of like just maybe using your finger, and then mark a little dot and draw a faint line, and then you've got that guide to cut up and cut across. But I'm going to use my scoreboard because I want a nice sort of precise straight cut. So I'm just going to use my scoreboard to give me a guide. So I'm just going to open this back up. I'm going to flip this over this way, and then I'm going to line that edge to the scoreboard, and I'm going to score it 1.5 inches up to that score line. So I'm just going to go 1.5 inches. I think it's 1.5. Let me just double check. Sorry. No, it's actually 1 and sorry. Yes, it's 1.5 inches. So I've got this piece overhanging, and then I'm just going to score at 1.5 inches all the way down and stop at that score line. I'm going to flip it over again now. So now you can see I've made a score line, and it lines up with this edge. And then I've got that as my way to cut it. So I'm just going to cut that up. And this piece you will also keep to the side as well. So I'm just going to cut there and then cut across. And then we remove that piece. So let me just open everything up. So this is the way it should look like. So now when you close it up, that should sit nicely in line with that, and this becomes that front pocket. And then I close up. And then this piece here, I'm just going to angle cut that a little bit, just like that. And now we can glue everything and assemble it all. Let me just want to check. So over here, it is overhanging a little bit. You can see I'm just going to trim that off a little bit. Just I don't want that little piece overhanging. Also, it just depends how straight you cut your paper. I just want that sitting nice and flush. Okay, that's all right. So what we're going to do now, with this part here, you can create a little notch here if you want. So do your notch first, using whatever circle punch you have. I'm just using a 1.5 circle punch. You could use a 1-inch punch, and just going to punch that out in the middle as best I can. So that's that part done. We can glue that down now, so we can get that placed so it doesn't flip around. And that's just by gluing both sides with a little strip of glue to one side and the other side. And then we can seal that up. So that part's done. So I can trim this bit off here. So we've done that part for the pocket. Now the next thing we want to do here is we want to we'll glue this part down. So we're going to glue up on this side so we can close this side up. So some more glue. So that part's done now. So we've got that pocket done, and we're just about complete this pocket. But before we do any of that, we need to make this part. So what you've got here, you have there was these. You should have these 4 pieces, and you want to grab the larger piece. So I'm just going to show you a couple of ways you can do this. So with this piece, you can. Well, we're going to make it as an envelope here, but if you wanted to change it up and not make it an envelope, you can make it as a triple pocket, and you can place that in there like that. And you probably can't see it, but I'll turn it this way so you could see. So you can make that into a triple pocket, so you can have one pocket here, one pocket there, your side pocket, and then you've got this pocket. And then to do that, all you do is just glue down the sides up to however far you want the pocket, as well as gluing this part. Add glue to these 2 sides and glue halfway down and halfway from there down, and then you're going to glue that down like that, and that should all glue down. And then you're going to flip it down this way, and then you're going to glue all the way up here and up here, and then that will glue it all down. So then you have your double pocket. And if you want to create your notches here, do your notches before you adhere your paper down. So you can do it that way. You could also, if you wanted to, you could glue this down to the front like that. So these 3 sides, create a notch here. So you've got a side pocket and a back pocket. And that's also by gluing these sides down, and then gluing the next front part, 3 sides, punch your notch here, glue that down. You've got a pocket there and a side pocket there, and then you've got this part done. But we're going to create the envelope. So to do that, you're going to fold this a little bit off center, so not quite halfway, so about that much. And then the shorter part is the part for your closure, and the longer part will go at the back like that. And that will fold down. And the reason why I made this longer, so you can decide how far up you want your closure to be, where your fold line is. So I like mine to sit up a little bit above this edge, just in case I have something a little bit higher than the pocket. There's room to close it. Then if I was to place it right there where that fold line is, it doesn't give you much movement to take anything out. So that's why I've made that a little bit longer. So it's going to go there, but I'm going to put a notch here in the front first. So this is pretty much the same as the other project that I made with the pocket style. So you may have already seen it. Oops, that was a bit loud. Okay, so that's done. And then I'm going to corner around the two corners on the shorter side as well, just to tidy that up. And then also helps me know which is the front of the closure. So I've done that. And it's going to go down in there. And you want to make sure this edge goes past your notch. You don't want it sitting up here like that, because you'll be able to see that part. So I'm just going to put mine about there. So what I'll do first, I'm going to add glue to the back here. I hope this paper is alright for the tutorial, because it is quite a dark paper, so I'm hoping you'll be able to see what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to just slide that down and just work out where I'd like. So I might just go about there. So I'm happy about there. So we'll compress that. So I've only glued the sides, we didn't glue the bottom here, because if you glue the bottom, your pocket will be too short. It won't have enough depth. So just gluing that down, and that's going to go up there. And if you have some brads and you want to use it this way, we can do that as well. So I've got a couple of gold little tiny brads, and I'm just going to use these little scraps from Rosies Studio's other collection. Just going to punch out 2 circles. So you can just use your little small circle punch. You can use the heart punch, whatever you like. So I'll give you another option. These are the 3 pieces of your paper. This shorter one, I might turn it this way so you can see. The shorter one, I fold this piece in half, and this is the one that I use to place up here. So if you want, you can use that for that. So I'm just going to put that to the side. Then you've got these 2 other extra pieces. These are a couple of extra fun pieces that you can do whatever you like with these. So what I'll do is I'll show you. You could use this long piece, and you can add that here to the bottom. Glue down these 3 sides, and you've got a little tuck pocket for some of your smaller pieces. So then you've got yourself an extra pocket with the coin envelope pocket, so they can get tucked in here when you glue it down. So that's just another cute way for smaller ephemera pieces. You can I'm going to flip this over because we're pretty much nearly done. You can use this piece, and I'm just facing it this way so you can see. You can glue it down that way, and glue down the right side, the left side here, and the bottom corner around this little piece here, and you've got yourself another little side tuck pocket here like that. If you wanted to do that, that will give you a tuck pocket there. I can have it facing this way though. You could use this piece, and you can also place that down here if you wanted to, and create another pocket there. I'd corner around this corner here and glue down these 2 sides, and you'll have yourself another pocket. And if you're going to do that and you want to make this as a pocket, glue your pocket piece down and before you do your brad, so you have an idea of where to place the brad. So that's there, or you can actually place it on the bottom here if you wanted to. And then you've got, when you put the two there and there, and you add your string, that will hold all your ephemera pieces in place, closed. Or you can use this as a tag and just angle cut these, and this will fit nicely in here too. I'll turn it this way so you can see. That will fit in here as a tag. So you've got a coordinating tag or a bookmark. So there's just a couple of fun ways you can do that. You can make this into banner strips and make an embellishment. So I've just thought I'd show you what to do with these two pieces. But let's put these little pieces. I'm just going to pierce a hole in the middle of both of these. And I'm just going to just decide where I want to place this. I want to place it there. If I'm going to add that on, which, you know what, I will add this on just so you can see. Let's put this little piece and make this into a little pocket. I'm going to corner around that. That's going to go there. I'm going to put that there. Let's see. Just trying to work out where I want to place it. I'm going to place it here. Now, if you're not going to use this as a pocket, you will just find the place where you would like to place it and then pierce your hole and press it in there like that. And then you'll just thread that through and then fold them down. And what I would also probably suggest is when you've already added that to the back, I would probably cover it just so that when you want to add your pieces or whatever you want to add in there, it won't catch on to the back of the brad that's sitting in the back there, because sometimes it can get caught. So because I've changed my mind, I'm going to place it here like that. So I'm just going to push it in and then fold these down. So if you do that through this one, even with this one, just make sure they're nice and flat, just so that it doesn't catch on to your ephemera pieces. So I'm going to glue that down now. Because just, I thought, why not make another pocket? I love pockets. I don't know what it is, but I love making pockets. I love the amazement of what you can actually fit in pockets, even your small pockets. It amazes me what you can actually fit in these little tiny pockets. All right, so that's all done there. And now I'm just going to place this other one. And that's going to go sort of as best I can in line with that. So that's about there. Just going to go off camera for a second so I could see. So that goes there. There is a special tool you can buy to help flatten these. I've seen them. So see that part there? I'm going to cover that. You can cover that just to make it neat, like I've done here. It just tidies up the brad, but I won't worry about that in this video. So that's all done there. I'm going to open this up now. I'm going to glue these two sides, and that will complete that part, and we're just about done. Paper didn't line up nicely there, but I might just, you can just trim that off to just sort of have a look. See, my paper's sort of but I won't worry about that. This is for the tutorial. Now you've got that, and then you just add your string around the brad, and then you've got that all sealed and secured. And then you've got yourself your folder, and then this piece, I'm just going to punch a hole in the middle where the folded side. And there is the large multi-use pocket storage folder, all ready for you to embellish and now decorate, and then have fun adding all of your fun pieces that you want to add into your pocket folder. So that is how it looks like. So this is the front, and here this is where I added that little piece to create that little tuck pocket, and you can do that with another piece of scrap paper. You can find your own little die, a die cut or ephemera piece. So that is that pocket, which is the same. And for a little trick, well, it's not really a trick, but if you're finding it's a little bit hard to get that inside, what I normally do is once everything is dry, I just grab a my scoring tool, or if you have just something that you can slide in there that's a little bit thick, I'll just use this one. Let me just slide that in. And then what I do is I just give that a little bit of a jiggle, just to help give it a bit of an opening, easy to get in there. And that will just help slide your, just gently doing that. Or something a little bit thicker, and then you can be able to add that in there, so it's a lot easier now. It's not so tight inside. So that's that. And then over here is that side pocket here that goes in there, which is the same as this one. I like this envelope. This is such a great size envelope. If you like the measurements for this, let me know down below, and I'll make one and give you the measurements on how to make this size. So that went in there, and then you've got your back pocket here, and it's nice and deep, and you've got a lot of height there, so you can add long slim journals in there. And then you've got your front pocket here, or where the envelope is. And the same with this, you just sort of do the same. If it's a little too tight, just give it a bit of a wiggle like that. And use a ruler if you have a ruler, and then it'll just make it easy to get that in. So it's a little bit tight, so you probably just want to fit something that's not too bulky inside there. Then you've got the little extra pocket here in the front for your other bits and pieces. So that was a fun little project. I really like this size folder as well, so it does store quite a few things. You can have it this way as well. So I hope this was a fun tutorial for you to watch, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial using a single-sided 12x12 paper, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye for now.